My name is Michelle Logan. I'm going to finish Daniel 2, verse 31. You, O king, were watching, and you saw an immense image. That image, which was huge and extremely bright, was standing in front of you, and its appearance was terrifying. The head of that image was of fine gold. Its chest and its arms were of silver. Its abdomen and its thighs were of copper. Its legs were of iron, and its feet were partly of iron and partly of clay. You looked on it till the stone was cut out, not by hands, and it struck the image on its feet of iron of clay and crushed them. At that time, the iron, the clay, the copper, the silver, and the gold were altogether crushed and became like the chaff from the summer threshing floor. And the wind carried them away so that not a trace of them could be found. But the stone that struck the image became a large mountain, and it filled the whole earth. This is a dream, and we will now tell the king its interpretation. You, O king, the king of kings, to whom the God of heaven has given the kingdom, the might, the strength, and the glory, and into whose hands he has given men wherever they may dwell, as well as the beasts of the field and the birds of the heavens, and whom he has made ruler of all of them. You yourself are the head of gold, but after you, another kingdom will rise inferior to you, and then another kingdom, a third one of copper, that will rule over the earth. As for the fourth kingdom, it will be strong like iron, for just as iron crushes and pulverizes everything else, yes, like iron that shatters, it will crush and shatter all of these. And just as you saw the feet and the toes be partly of clay of potter and partly of iron, the kingdom will be divided. The sum of the hardness of iron will be in it, just as you saw the iron mixed with soft clay. And as the toes of the feet were partly of iron and partly of clay, so the kingdom will be partly strong and partly fragile. Just as you saw iron mixed with soft clay, they will be mixed with the people, but they will not stick together, one to the other, just as iron does not mix with clay. In the days of those kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom that will never be destroyed, and this kingdom will not be passed on to any other people. It will crush and put an end to all these kingdoms, and it alone will stand in time. It will stand forever. Just as you saw that out of the mountain was a stone, was cut not by hands, and that it crushed the iron, the copper, the clay, the silver, and the gold. The grand God has made known to the king what will happen in the future. The dream is true, and its interpretation is trustworthy.